Hey guys, what's going on? It's Jonathan and Steffi Golden, and we're here to talk about the pros and cons of owning and living in a condo versus a home. So now we're in the rec room of our old place, our condo that we still own. We're renting it now. And Steffi, what do you think?
I don't know, like I miss living in the area.
Yeah.
I don't, like, the condo was beautiful, so I kind of miss the condo too, because it was really nice. It was brand new when we first bought it. It was new construction.
Built in 2015.
It was beautiful, so I miss it, but like living in a house is definitely better.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And we're going to tell you why.
Yeah.
But we wanted to show you around the building and the condo, and well, not the condo, because
we can't go inside. But if you browse our channel, we did a condo tour. Remember, we did a video.
We did.
Yeah. So scroll back, and we'll put the link in the description below if you want to view our condo, what it looked like. We did a little video about it. And so let's just get into the pros of the condo, like living in it and renting it.
Okay, but I'm not even in frame. Like
my arm
what
hurts.
the heck?
My arm hurts. We're dealing with a new camera here. We're on the GH5. We lost touch with the Canon G7X.
We're gonna give you the pros. We're gonna give you the pros of living in a condo and the cons. And then when we go home after this, we're gonna tell you the pros and the cons of that. So I would say that a pro of living at a condo is that you feel kind of secure, because to get to your condo, if someone's gonna break in, they need to go through the first door, through the elevator. Like, there's more units, so it's less likely that your place will get broken into.
I think so. There's more steps, right?
Yeah.
So we have an underground garage here, which is secured by a gate, and you have doors to get in, and then you have doors, for the condo itself. So someone's got to break into the building, then break into your house. But thankfully that hasn't happened. When we installed cameras on the condo complex as a HOA, and that's kind of prevented a lot of stuff from happening.
It feels very secure now. Like, when we first moved in, like, everyone was new here, so no one really kind of knew, and we did have a couple incidents, but now it's like super safe. Like, there's a lot of security. So that's one. The next one would be this. Yeah,
so let's take a little tour. So we're in a rec room.
When we lived here, we didn't even have a gym membership. I mean, it's not like a full-on gym, but it helps. Like, you don't have to have a gym membership. So basically, like, you can host events here. I guess someone is actually having something here today. And
you could work out in here.
There's workout equipment. There's a TV, so you can put like a YouTube video and then like kind of work out. This TV is really cool because it like pulls out. You can like flip it, so if you're doing like ab work or whatever here, you can do that. And then this is for like little events if you want to have people over.
Yeah, we'd have our dog run in here, which is probably illegal, but it's okay.
So there's that. So this is like another con of living here, was this particular...
A con or pro?
I mean a pro, sorry, a pro of living here.
Cool part.
It was like having this rec room available, and it's pretty much available whenever you want it, and you can rent it, and then if you secure it, reserve it, then no one comes in here. Right. So that's pretty cool.
I'll have to agree with her on that. And we didn't have a gym membership, so I was like, no. We lived on the same floor as the gym, so that was pretty cool. We just go out, work out real quick. It saved us about a half hour commuting to the gym. So, and monthly cost too. So it was about a couple $100 with no gym membership. So definitely +1 on the gym membership or rec room, workout room. And if the condo does not have a pool, so that would be cool. Like a lot of condos, if you're searching, I would make sure it has a gym and a pool. Those are like one of the perks of having a condo. What else are the pros here?
I would say like just the location, but I mean that doesn't really, it's not applicable, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna chime in here, and I think of one pro that I liked a lot of was you're in a building, and so there's no landscaping, yard work.
True.
So there is an HOA fee, which you have to pay is $372. But
for ours, but no, it's HOAs vary for everyone.
It varies. You got to double check, but HOA takes care of the building maintenance, the gardening, and everything on the exterior. So when you come home, you're not going to have to worry about watering the lawn, the fruit trees.
This is true.
And whatnot. And that kind of worked very well for us because we're gone throughout the whole day and we just want to come home, relax, eat dinner, and then get on with our lives. So that's another pro to having a condo.
And a pro too is, it obviously depends on the building that you're at, or, if you're in a condo, if your building has underground parking, this building does.
Yep.
So that was really nice. Like the car was always underground, no sun exposure.
Yeah,
no one could
dusty.
could break into it because it's like,
gated
and everything. So that's another pro. I think that's about it.
Oh, so another pro to living in a condo and owning one is you got a HOA board, which is a pretty cool little group of people that get together, once a month to improve the living lifestyle of the condo. Mm-hmm. Our group was very well, well off and very well connected because we're only 23 units or so, give or take, in the building, and they were constantly trying to improve. Like we got new cameras, we got new keys made so no one would break in.
Yeah, like keypads on the doors, on certain doors to make it easy access for like throwing away trash and stuff, so you don't have to worry about bringing your key when you're going to throw away the trash. So like little things like that. So it's really cool. That was really cool. Like we would get together, have pizza, drinks, whatever, one night, and then we would just talk about everything going on in the building. So that's really nice. Yeah,
and they're just constantly trying to reduce expenses for the building. So our HOA fee actually went down from $372 to $359, I believe it was. So we did save some money there. So yeah, that's one of the pros. And I think that's about it for a condo. Low maintenance, as we said, for the exterior. And overall, very easy, accessible living lifestyle. So we're going to get into the cons of the condo now.
All right, guys. So we ended up sitting because Jonathan was getting tired.
The camera is so heavy, and I hate carrying the camera.
But basically, we're going to tell you the cons now. I think one of the cons that was the biggest is if you have a pet. So if you have a pet,
kind of limited. Our place is pretty cool. You can have up to two pets that are small, medium size. So that wasn't an issue. But
it's not the same. Like if you have a pet, you gotta leave the building to walk them.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
You have to they don't have a lot of space, so it's obviously smaller than a house, and it's just more limited to them. So I think that's one of the cons because we have pets. We have Michigan.
Right. You gotta go down the elevator, take the dog out, walk, and find the grass. So that is a little bit of a time suck,
Right.
Rather than if you guys just let it out in the backyard or something if you're living at home. So that's one con.
I think another one would be that you can hear your neighbors. So we were on the first floor.
We only had one. No, we had two shared walls.
Yeah.
Right.
So we're on the first floor, second floor, but it's considered the first floor for living. The unit above us wasn't there. Yeah, it was vacant the whole
so we didn't
time
hear
we lived here.
Or people walking on top,
But we could hear the people next to us. So I could not even imagine if we did have someone living above us, because I could hear literally everything they were talking. When our neighbors were fighting, when they would flush their toilet.
Oh yeah, because in the bathroom. But our other neighbor, I'd like to chime in. She was very quiet.
Yeah. Well, it was just like a single lady.
Uh-huh.
So she didn't do a lot of noise. But I think when it's like more people, it's just obviously it's a little louder in the house, which is completely normal. I'm sure they could hear us too, but that's another thing that's kind of uncomfortable.
Hear us doing what?
Like flushing the toilet too. But yeah, it's just another thing that's kind of uncomfortable, living like in a building or in a condo or unit where you can hear your neighbors. So that's another one.
Yeah. My turn?
Your turn.
Cons. Oh, this is one of my favorites, and it's kind of an ego thing that when you order food, they tell you like, is it a house or an apartment? They don't give you the option for condo. So you're like, hey, I like to order pizza, unit number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they're like, oh, it's an apartment. Like, no, it's a condo. It's like, okay, we'll deliver to the apartment, and that pissed me off so much because you paid like $500,000 for that title of a condo, not an apartment. So that's just a personal issue with me, but one of the cons.
It's like you put all your money and hard effort into buying a place, and even if it's, you know, a condo, like you feel like you accomplished something. So for them to be like, oh, it's an apartment, like everyone just thinks everyone automatically thinks that if you live in an apartment, you're renting, or like a condo. Like if you live in a building, you're
people
renting.
Come over and they're like, oh, nice apartment. You're like, no, it's a condo, but okay, whatever.
So that's a thing for Jonathan.
And I just thought of another con is entertainment. So like when people would come over, the parking's kind of difficult. There's no guest parking in our building, so that was a difficult situation. Also, the space is small. It gets kind of hot in there, so you have to open the windows, put the AC on. So, you know, having people over was a little bit more, you know, stressful rather than house having a little bit more room to work with.
Yeah, and I think another one comes with that too. It's like if you have people over, you have to be more mindful. I mean, when you live in a house, you have to be mindful of your neighbors too. But I feel like if you're in a building, you have to be more mindful of your neighbors, because they're like literally right there, so they can hear everything. And if you're partying till like 10 p.m., 11 p.m., they're gonna hear everything that you're doing. So you got to be a little more mindful, rather than if you're in a house. It probably is a little bit harder for them to hear, you know, the people in your house.
Sure.
So that's another thing too. But I think that's about it. I mean, it's really for a first place, like.
Yeah, I think it's good for like single people or couples with like, you know, a pet or two. But then once you expand the family, have kids, or, you know, you want to upgrade, I think a condo is a good starting point. And then you see if it's a good fit. Like, you know, we bought the condo when we were not married, and then we ended up, it worked out, and then we went to a house.
Right.
So, yeah, definitely it's a good stepping stone. So if you guys
it's a good investment too. Like, now that we did it, you know, like if all you can afford to buy first is a condo, go for it. Like, rent a condo is better if you're paying a mortgage and putting your money into something that's good for your life in the future. Go for it, buy a condo, and then you can do what we do now, which is like rent it out. And then once you are able to build up more for a house and buy your house, you can just rent your condo. So, I mean, I definitely think that, like, if that's what you're able or capable of with your money for now, go for it, because it's an investment anyways.
Yep.
Most people rent condos, which are apartments.
Yeah.
So, I would say, like, it's still a really good investment, and you should definitely do it. I think it's good for the future too. Like, if Jonathan and I, let's say we have kids and they're grown up and they're off to like wherever and they're on their own life, like, we always have, like, it would be nice to live in a condo when you're older too, because he said, it's low maintenance.
I was reading an article. It says buy your retirement home first. So, I mean, this is not my retirement home, but you could potentially retire because there's an elevator, there's no stairs, and, you know, as you get older, you don't want to work as hard and, you know,
but
use
it's
your
nice.
body.
Like, and also you don't need such a big house or such a big space when you're older. So
cool. So smash that like button for this video. Don't forget, and then also comment down below what your thoughts is. Now we're going to move on to the house. So come on with us, check out our house, and we did a tour of the house as well when we first got it. So if you want to browse the channel and check out that video, but we're going to go back to the house and talk about the pros and cons of living in a house.
Yeah.
Home ownership. The pros and cons of home ownership and living in a home versus a condo.
I wish Mishka talked and she could tell you the pros and cons, because I think she would have a lot to say.
Oh yeah, our dog. Hey guys, welcome back. We just got home. It was a crazy day adventure. We went to eat out with some friends, and now we're back home, and we're going to be talking about the pros and cons of living in a house now. So a couple of the pros we were talking about is having, you know, coming home and, you know, you have access directly to the front door. You park in the driveway, you got a garage. So it's very nice and convenient. You know, if you have a garage opener, pull in the garage, close it, go into the house. You don't have to go through elevator doors. So that is one perk.
Yeah, definitely. I would say another thing would be if you have pets, as we previously mentioned, when you live in a condo, there's not much space for them. At our old place, we had 2 balconies, but that's still not enough for a dog to like run around and, you know, be free. So she has a lot more space just in general, like inside the house, and just she has now a backyard that she can run in. So that's awesome. Like if you have pets.
But be careful if you have a pool. Put a pool gate because she did fall in the pool.
Yes, she knows how to swim.
She's right here. Listen.
Yeah, she's like staring at us. She knows how to swim, but still, it was kind of scary. I would say another thing would be just like the fact that it's your place and you don't share walls with anyone. Like we said in the condo, like you can hear your next door neighbors and like everything they're doing. Yeah,
you could throw a party, no one's gonna say anything. I mean, you gotta obey the local city laws. You can't I think it's music until 9 or 10 at night, and you gotta be respectful of your neighbors, right? So.
Yeah, but if people are in your house, it's not like your neighbor is gonna hear them unless they're in the backyard, So that's kind of a thing. Yeah, like. The only way that you can hear a neighbor is if you have your windows open and they're in their backyard or really actually being really loud. But otherwise, you don't really hear much.
No.
So that's awesome. I would say another pro of living in a house is...
You're just taking over this vlog, huh?
Okay, go.
Go ahead. What were you saying?
Go. Yeah.
All right. I think I mentioned this before, but when you're ordering food, hey, can I order a pizza? Do you live in a house or condo or house or apartment? And then you say house. So like, all right, what's the house address? And they deliver to the house. When you're in a condo, they say apartment and not condo. And that $500,000 or whatever you pay for the condo, it hurts because you're like, hey man, it's a condo, not an apartment. I pay for this place.
Yeah.
I don't rent it, but they don't care. So that's just one little pet peeve of mine and ego kind of thing.
Yeah. I think the only other con that I would say that's like pretty like obvious when you own a house.
Con or pro?
Pro.
Oh, okay. You said con.
Is it con? Okay.
It's past your bedtime.
Yeah, it is. So I would say like another pro would be that it's just your house. And when you come home, it's a different feeling. Like, I don't even know how to explain it.
Different vibe.
But it does feel different. Like, walking into your condo feels different than when you walk into your home. And that's just like an everyday thing for me. Like, every time I come home, it's like a different feeling than when we lived in the condo.
Yeah, you don't own the building. Like, the house is the building, the condo is just like the unit and the space. So that's, unless you own the whole thing, all the units, that's pretty cool. But not in the condo. Like, you just own that space. That's just kind of a room or a couple rooms that you have in there. So, but let's get into the cons. So one of the cons that I deal with now is the yard work. I mean, we pay gardeners here and there. Luckily, our house is pretty low maintenance. We have turf and not too many trees, so I just do some light watering.
Pull weeds
and stuff like that. So the gardening does take up some time. I highly recommend turf because it's cool for the pets. Mm-hmm. They can run around. It doesn't get dirty.
They won't dig it.
They're not going to eat the grass.
Dig into it and turn it into like a mess.
Yeah, we had rocks on the side. We replaced with turf because Mishka was eating like rocks and weeds. So that's one of the cons that I deal with.
I think a con for me would be just like the maintenance on it too. Like, you have to worry about everything. Like, if the roof is fine, if there's a noise that doesn't sound right, like, everything's on you. You can't just any longer call the HOA and be like, hey, I think we need to have this fixed. And then you have like this, I mean, we have home warranty, right? Or like insurance, but
kind of, yeah.
It's not the same. Like, everything's on you basically. So
right. In the condos, it's covered within the walls. The house, it's all up to you. You're liable for everything. If it breaks, you gotta fix it. So it comes out of pocket. Yeah,
definitely. So that would be a con for me. I know a lot of houses have like the washer and dryer inside the house. So like they have the laundry room inside the house, but that's like a con for me with this house that we got, is that the washer and the dryer are in the garage, but the garage is not attached to the house.
It's attached, but there's no direct access. So you got to walk out the front door, and then there's a side door for the garage, and then you got to do laundry. So that's just, we can build a little tent for you.
It's not a big deal, but it's just nice. Like in the condo, I would just literally walk from my bedroom to like the laundry room right there and get all the stuff. And you know, here is like, if it's raining, I'm like, oh, I gotta go outside and take care of the laundry. So that's kind of a con for me. And I would say another con would be just all the other expenses that come with the house. Like Jonathan said, I mean, the gardening is one thing, but
yeah, like, we have a pool, so we have to pay the pool guy. If you have an HOA, that HOA covers the pool. If you have a pool in the condo complex, so that's on us now. Yep.
Yeah, and like trash, you know, before you just dump everything in big trash can, it doesn't matter. Now you got to pay for the trash. Like there's a fee for them to come pick up the trash, and we actually didn't know that. We learned it the hard way.
Yeah, our trash cans got taken away because we didn't register.
Yeah. And Jonathan thought the neighbors stole them.
Well, because usually you just sign up for LADWP or something like that.
It was so funny.
And yeah, I'm new to the area, sorry. I accused a couple neighbors. Hey, why do you have... This one neighbor has two...
I think this is my trash can.
Yeah, this one neighbor has 2 trash cans. Like, hey, dude, why do you have 2 trash cans? Did you steal mine, bro?
Until we called and they said, well, we took it because you guys haven't paid. And we're like, oh, crap, we didn't know that. So that's like another thing. Like you come up with little things here and there that you're
never talk to that neighbor ever again. Whoops.
But yeah, you come up with things that like here and there you figure out like, oh, wow, like that's an extra expense or that's like something else, you know? That I would say that overall, like definitely the house.
Yeah, if you can wait, definitely I would wait to buy a house again if I were to start over. Even if it's like a little smaller, you know.
Honestly, I wouldn't do it again. I wouldn't do it over by buying a house first because I think, like I said previously, buying the condo is a good investment.
Yeah.
And it's a good thing to have. And
I think 18 to 24 condo and then 24 and older house.
Maybe like 25.
Yeah, or if you get married, it's time for a house, or like have dogs, pets, or like kids, definitely a house.
Yeah.
But smaller individuals, you know, single, just couples, you know, condo.
Yeah, I would say so. But yeah, that's about it. I mean, let us know in the comments down below if you own, you know, any real estate. What you like to do, yeah, what you have, and then if you don't, what you would like to own. And that's it. That's it.
Be sure to subscribe to the Jonathan and Steffi Golden channel. Give us a thumbs up. Helps us boost the engagement on the video and spread the word of the condo versus house debate. And we look forward to seeing you on some more videos. We got a bunch of ideas. We're going to be trying to put out like 2 to 3 videos a week. And hope to see you guys soon. And stay golden.
Bye.